Welcome YouTubers to another video unboxing and review. Today I got the Iron Studios Kratos and Atreus 1/10 scale statue. Now there's a lot of positive things when buying a 1/10 scale statue, and many reasons I've decided to go more all in on them. One, price. These are 10 times cheaper than your typical statue. Two, box space. I have almost zero box space left in my house, and I'm not throwing them away, and I'm not renting a unit. These boxes are tiny, extremely easy to hide away. And three, the statue itself is so tiny that you can actually, display them anywhere, and they're so easy to display. They're just easier in every possible way. I haven't had a single one of these ever damaged. They all look amazing, as good as a Sideshow 1/4 scale statue. So it's like, I am now about 18 1/10 scale statues in, not a single one damaged. I can guarantee you, if I bought 18 1/4 scale statues, or even 1/3, I guarantee probably 5 would arrive with some sort of damage. So there's a lot of advantages to getting these 1/10s. And when you find a 10% off coupon on Iron Studios website, that even makes it better. So let's check out Kratos. For me, God of War 5 is one of the best video games ever made. Now I wanted to get the Prime 1 version, but God, so expensive. You're talking close to $2,000. Plus the space, the boxes. I simply do not have the space for that. So I decided to get this. Plus I found it fit next to my bust. So here's the base. This is a deluxe scale. So, outside of Marvel, Iron Studios usually does a deluxe version where it has like a more detailed environmental base. It's about $50 more expensive, and then they do a standard edition, which is a standard black base, no extra switch outs and whatnot. Here's one thing I will say: always go with a deluxe, always. I have gone with a regular a few times, and each time I regretted it. I was like, gosh dang it, I should have got the deluxe. I went with the regular for my Thanos 1/10. I regret that so bad. I really wish I could get the deluxe version now. But I'm not going to buy another statue. That's just retarded. Alright. So it's actually this way. Go ahead and take them out. Alrighty, there's quite a few parts actually to this bad boy. Let's take out Kratos first. Yeah, if you have not played God of War 5, I highly recommend you play it. It is so freaking good. So here is Kratos. Nice glossy tongue and eyes, very well painted. Great texture detail. Awesome looking costume. Very, very cool. So he goes in like that. So this one has a lot more parts than your typical 1/10. These are all arrow-related stuff to Atreus. So in God of War 5, you actually get a battle axe that's very similar to a Mjolnir, where it returns to you after you throw it. And that is one thing I absolutely love about that game. It is just so fun playing with that axe. Alright, so he has the shield in front. Then we got this axe. Would have been cool if they included a switch out with the, his other weapon. So this actually just slides right in. Alright. Yeah. There's Kratos. Looks like he's complete. Next is just Atreus. Boy. You know, I actually met Kratos in real life, the voice actor. He came to a gaming con here where I live, and I got to meet him, talk to him. Very cool guy. So here is Atreus's little bow. And we'll take out the boy. Anyone who's played the game will know what I'm talking about. Yeah, great likeness and detail, no doubt. Yeah, even on these tiny little statues, they have very well done texture, which I just love. So he has a quiver on his back. Holding a bow. It's crazy doing it on such a tiny statue. Alright, so it looks like his hand is going to be holding this. See, because it's so small, it's kind of hard to do this. Actually, might be easier to take the hand off first. Put it in, and then put the hand. All right, there we go. Quiver totally fell out while I was trying to do that. Caught it though. Also, that must be to the hammer. All right, so there is Atreus. Go ahead and put him on the base now. And there we have it. So let's go ahead and look at this little tiny 1/10 scale statue. You know, quite difficult trying to set this up considering how tiny that little bow and arrow is. You know, they used a real string on that, and you have to pull it back and it bends the bow, which I'm pretty sure is plastic to allow it to bend that way. Do some 360s. I'll do close-ups here in a sec. You definitely got to do close-ups on these little ones. But awesome pose, you know, doing this, holding his shield, his axe, the bow and arrow. Very, very cool. We'll do some close-ups, put it next to my bust, see how it is. So let's go ahead and do some close-ups now. Wait for it. Oh yeah, you guys definitely need to see this bad boy up close. Wait for it. Let me just take this and put it on top of my stuva so we can get better lighting. And the arrow fell. I don't see a way of doing anything with that arrow other than simply resting it. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to go in the hand, but there you have it. Great likeness to both the characters. Check out Atreus first. Looks just like the boy. Great detail in the face. He has textured pants, like a winter type outfit, you know, because they were in the snowy mountains a lot. And snowy base, so obviously matches the costume. So Atreus just used the bow and arrow mostly throughout the game, so it makes sense pose-wise. Here's Kratos' shield. Very cool looking shield. And then Kratos himself. So look at that face. Very glossy tongue and eyes, which looks awesome. Paint job looks pretty good on Kratos, you know, considering he has the ash skin. And in this one, he grows the beard. Here's the costume. Check it out from behind. I don't see the head of that one guy he chopped off, unless it's supposed to be in that bag, which is probably my guess. The head's in there or there. Yeah, but check out that texture work. Amazing. The boots. You see even the snow weathering effect on his boot. And Atreus as well. They both have a snow effect. Even skin texture. I really wonder if they sculpt this like it's going to be a 1/4 scale statue, but then just print it at 1/10. Because the detail really is amazing. Like, this looks better than my 1/4 Gaming Heads Kratos, no joke. Yeah, this is a tiny little 8-inch statue. You know, for the most part, I've seen a lot of 8-inch, like Diamond Select and other statues, but they look terrible. I've never been a fan of them, ever. You know, it's like they'll look plasticky and just bad. I've only started liking these smaller scales when Iron Studios came to scene. They changed the game for me. They're, for me, one of my favorite companies, hands down. So, we're going to go ahead and move him now. Put him next to the busts. So let's do that. I'm just going to carry it. I'm not going to turn off my phone. Just check out this bad boy. All right, I'm going to turn on the light here in a sec. Apologies. Alrighty, let's check this out. Alrighty, freaking someone called me, so I had to stop the video. Here he is next to the bust. Boom. So this is the Kratos life-size bust by Gaming Heads. Almost a perfect bust outside of the eyes that are not glass. They're very well painted, but they're not glass. In my opinion, every bust should have glass eyes, without a doubt. If they don't, it's a low-quality bust. So I got the game right there, God of War. Technically, it's just called God of War, not God of War 5, but I call it God of War 5 because it's the 5th entry in the series. Technically, there's like 2 PlayStation ones, so it's more like the 7th. There it is next to the bust, and the 1/4 is right here. Now, this 1/4 is underscaled. It's more like a 1/5 scale. The pose is awkward, and it doesn't display well next to other 1/4. It only displays well next to the bust. If I could, I'd actually just get rid of it. It's not that impressive. I have way better Kratos than that one. That one's my least favorite Kratos. You know, the skin tone is just white. You know, like, look at the skin tone on that one. That one's more accurate. So, here is the 1/10 again. Awesome, awesome little statue. Very cool. Always wanted to buy this. Jumped the boat with a 10% coupon from Iron Studios. Yeah, now that Sideshow is charging tax, I try to avoid Sideshow like the plague. Unless you're getting exclusive, do not buy through Sideshow. Buy through a retailer that doesn't charge tax if you're in America. So, heck, going through Iron Studios, I got 10% off coupon, no tax, no brainer. Go through Sideshow. 1, they already charge about $5 more. 2, you're going to get hit with a 7 to 8% tax rate. I mean, sure, you get the points, but the points don't negate the tax or the additional price increase. So, going through Iron Studios is now my go-to. But there it is. I'm glad it fit here perfectly. So it looks awesome. Highly recommend it. If you're a God of War fan and you're on a budget with space and money, this is your best option. Looks much better than the other God of War smaller scale statues like the PlayStation, like the Collector's Edition game. Wasn't a fan of that. The detail looked wonky and it didn't look that great. There's a 1/6 scale version that looked decent, but it's also $400. So 4 times more expensive than this guy. Not worth it. Here it is though, folks. Let me know what you think. Are you a fan of God of War? Do you like this statue? I still would love to get the Prime 1 statue. I think it's an absolute grail. When it eventually ships, if I have the money and the permission from the wife, I'll definitely buy it. If not, this will do for my God of War 5. needs, because I really do love that game. That game right there is 10 out of 10, one of the best games ever made, without a doubt. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day. Real quick before I end the video, I actually was able to put his arrow inside a little hole. I never saw it earlier because it's so small, but this actually does fit inside, and now it's much more stable and looks better. So one last thing before I end the video. There you have it, folks. See you guys tomorrow.